Hi everyone, Kelly here, Animal Instinct on Flosstube and Animal Stitches on Instagram. Today is Sunday, March the 22nd, and I'm here for my 10th Flosstube update. How the world has changed since I last filmed. I hope that you are all doing okay, that you're healthy and safe and looking after your mental health too. It's just an incredible time. I'm coming to you from a slightly different location today. I'm actually on a swingy chair and I have to remind myself not to swing because I think it might get annoying. As of tomorrow, we're trialling working from home, so I'm set up. I don't have a very fancy setup. I don't have any big monitors or anything that I'm used to having at work, so I'm working off of a tablet that's mounted up off of my desk on vet textbooks. So it's worth hanging on to them. I knew I was holding on to those for a reason, but just, yeah, what a surreal time. But I am very grateful that I am still able to work. So thinking of everyone out there, I think social media is a great way to keep connected. I think it's really important to stay connected, especially with your family, but also like-minded people, so people who share this great hobby that we have. Totally not prepared today. I've just got a pile of stuff that I've been working on since last time. I've got my stitching journal. I don't have any notes, but that's okay. Sorry, cat's making strange noises out there too. Anyway, we'll just carry on. I guess I'll just get into it. I'm feeling not very well prepared and I have a croaky voice, so yay. I'm fine, I just have asthma at the moment, so I get croaky after I take asthma puffers. I'm just going to dig in, no order at all. Let's see what's been happening. I haven't actually had time to catch up on Flosstube really much since my last video. Just been really busy with work and my uni's still going. Oh, how's this? I'm studying epidemics at university right at the moment. My subject is called the epidemiology of epidemics, and we were due to have our exam in about 2 weeks, and our exam has been postponed because of the epidemic. What are the odds? So we're still having to do it, take our regular classes and everything, so that carries on. So does my work. So I've just been a little bit stressed about the uni side of things at the moment. I'm hoping once we do finish up, I can relax a bit and catch up on Flosstube. So firstly, it looks like I did put a few stitches into my Plague Doctor by Busby Designs on Etsy. I've had this one at work to stitch on at lunch. I haven't actually been doing much lately. But I've made a little bit of progress. So working on his hat, and I've got the matching needle minder there from Ginger Stitch AU. It's on 28 count linen, casual linen in rhubarb and custard by Chromatic Alchemy. But I did count it, I measured it, it's actually 20, I think it's 29 count, and they're 1/1, so they're pretty petite little crosses. Yeah. Okay, next. I stitched myself I guess I stitched it with a sewing machine, a new project bag. Chula Pink has come out with a new range called Handmade, I think it is, something like that. So you can see the sewing machines, which I did cut off here, so it's not perfect, but that's all right. And all of that, and I've got the sewing machines on the back as well. And then to match it, I have a Kerry, the Creative Curator, zipper pull with the little scissors, and we got that as part of the Mittagong Stitches retreat. I just thought it went well with it. So in here, the Blue Flowers Night Walked Down. I had started this last time. I haven't put much into it since. I can't remember where I was, sorry, and I probably won't have time to go back and do before and after pics, but that's all right. We'll show you where we're at. I'm stitching it on the anyway, I think it's 32 count. Sorry, I'm having one of those days. 32 count even weave. I think it was the Mulberries one from Jay's X Stitch. It's a really nice, you can sort of see the modelling, yeah. And I'm doing using DMC and some random thread works as well. And I'm just embracing the bright colours. So really happy with how that's looking at the moment. Jemima, come up here, come and say hello. Got a little cat visitor. Come here. Oh. Here she is. Say hello. Oh, Jemima, come on. She is not impressed. If you've been watching for a while, know that we lost Leo, my old beautiful old Burmese boy, back in October, and I am going to be getting a new Burmese kitten in about, I think it's 5 or 6 weeks. He's only a baby now, so that's something to look forward to. She's been a bit ratty since we lost Leo, so I'm hoping she'll cope with a new friend. Yeah. Okay. Okay, so that was Night Walked Down. Then I have my, I'm sure I've shown this. I can't remember where I got it from, but this is one of my first attempts at making a bag, and it came with everything except the zip and the lining, but Queen of the Needle, Boss of the Floss. So this holds my Modern Folk Embroidery 2020 sale that I'm using the all that beautiful red silk from Silks For You. PR023. I am still going on the February block, but I am making progress. I'm doing it on 40 count antique white linen, 1 strand of silk over 2 strands of the linen. Oh, it's getting wide. There we go. So I really like how that one's coming along. See the motif between the M and the N? I totally missed that first time around, and I could not work out, like working towards the right, I could not work out why things weren't matching up. I was poring over the pattern, then I realised I don't really know why that's there, but I'm sure there's a reason. But I just did the M, N, and then realised, and then I started the hearts too. I've had to do quite a bit of frogging. But that vertical line down under the hearts wasn't meeting up with that rectangle that's on the diagonal. Wasn't meeting up at the right spot. I think it was meeting it at the top. the top corner there, and I just could not figure it out. But anyway, I'm glad I did. So that's coming along nicely. What's next? Temperature tree. Oops. Stitching Mummy's temperature tree sow. What I'm doing with this one is every Sunday I just do the week. It doesn't take long. Just finding that's working for me. Oh, maybe. So it's up to date as of a week ago. So each colour leaf represents a different temperature, top temperature of the day here in Adelaide. And that's summer. So summer should really be yellows, oranges, reds. Very strange summer that we had. And now we're in autumn. And we're actually having some absolutely beautiful autumn weather. We don't get all the leaves turning, changing colour like in some parts of the world, but we do get it in some species, and so it's been pretty to watch that happening. So that'll be my job for this afternoon, just to finish up this last week. In fact, I think I did some of this week earlier. Who knows? I'm a little bit frazzled by the sounds of it. It's funny because I think of myself as a fairly, calm, rational person, scientist. I'm studying public health and epidemics right now. Yet I've found myself exhibiting some like anxious type behaviors, like I've, chewed my fingernails and what else? Can't think straight. So it's clearly rubbing off on me too. I had a new start this week. I have started the Tiny Modernists biscornu of the month for 2020. So we've had three biscornus already delivered, and I finally started on the first one, which is the elephants. I've pretty much stitched my first elephant. I've got one more colour to go. Two more colours to go and some back stitching, and the first quarter of the biscornu will be done. So it's on 28 count. I think it's just antique white or white linen. 2 strands of floss over 2 of the fabric, and so that one's upside down. There'll be another one here and another one here and another one here. So yeah, that's come together nicely. I think I've just been wanting to more focus on smaller stuff. I found it easier to focus on smaller things. So that's fun. That's really fun to stitch. I recommend those for sure. It's just in DMC. What's next? I just want to make sure I haven't forgotten any. Okay, another new start. This was completely spontaneous. Brittany from Ingleside Imaginarium, I think it's Brittany, released a free little sow. I just thought it was a really nice concept. It's cute animals, so I couldn't resist. Just to keep us all connected during this interesting time that we're in. So it's I think it's called the Love Sweet Love sale, and it's a freebie. You just join the Ingleside Imaginarium group on Facebook and all the files are in there. So she's releasing 1 animal a day, just really small bite-sized pieces that you can easily do in one day, for 12 days, and there'll be 2 animals from each continent except for Antarctica. So I started this yesterday. I'm doing mine on 18 count Ada. It's a Jodie Reed Designs Pixie Potion. I don't know if you can see through in here, but it's just a nice grey sort of silvery colour, and I'm just using that's DMC 310 and a Silks For You red that I had, not the same one as I'm doing for the Modern Folk Embroidery sale. It's a different red. It's not quite as bright. And so the first firstly, what the world needs now is love, sweet love. I need to finish love, and I need to put a heart there. The first animal is the moose, and then the next one is the Iberian lynx. So that's a nice little thing to keep you busy with. Right. I'll show you the bee. This one I've actually put a lot of time into. Not this last week, I realised. I haven't actually stitched on it for a whole week. But I stitched on it like since I've seen you last. 1, 2, 3, 10 sessions of stitching. And what I'm doing, I'm getting down. This is where it is in the Q-snap. 3 weeks ago, where was I? I think, oh look, I can't remember. I've only just recently moved it down. What I'll do, I'll take it out of the Q-snap, but really I've got this to do. There's a little bit underneath here, but I'm on track, doing really well. But I'm not having big long stitchy sessions at the moment because I've got to get through my uni stuff, and I like to sit down for a good few hours if I am going to work on it. So it's probably not going to get heaps of progress until this subject's over and I've got some free time. I actually had planned, I made the calculations of how many stitches I'm stitching, like the rate I'm stitching, and I worked out that I could pretty much have it done by the Vic Stitches retreat at the end of May. And I was thinking it would be really fun to go to the retreat and put the last few stitches in and like have a big finish at the retreat. But unfortunately that's had to be postponed. I feel really sorry for Carly and Laura, who had done a great job of organising it. I was really looking forward to catching up with everyone. So sorry that you've had to do that, but there's nothing you can do. So I'll just keep working on it and aim for a finish in my own time. There we go. So just that right, I guess it's 2/3. I think there's around 6,000 stitches to go. There is quite a lot of confetti. But yeah, once I have time to devote to it, I can't wait to finish it, as I probably say every time. Still not entirely sure about focus on this up close, but I can sort of see what I have to fill in. Some honeycomb and some more flowers, really. So It's interesting actually, while I've been stitching it, probably before things got really like serious globally with the virus, because I haven't really been stitching on it that much, like I said, this last week. But when I was stitching on it, like every chance I got, I couldn't help, like while I was really enjoying stitching it, I couldn't help thinking, I was almost obsessing over what I would stitch next, like to take its place. And I wanted to start everything, and it's kind of like my brain was saying, move on to something else already. I don't know, it was really weird. I'm sure other people have that. You get close to the finish and then you start thinking about, oh, what's next? That's my bee. And then I have my Woodland Sal from Lakeside Needlecraft, my favourite. Oh, cat hair on my face, sorry. So last time I filmed, pretty sure I got the next installment, like maybe the next day. Yeah, I think I did. I think I got it the next day. So funny, because I'd mentioned in that last video that how I was a bit reluctant to stitch the next page of the Pilgrim because of the rat, and I have a little problem with rats and mice. Got the next creature in the Woodland Sow. Harvest mice. While I laughed, I also had like an almost physical reaction, you know, like my tummy lurched and my heart rate sped up. That's how much I don't like them. Anyway, I decided to just get it done. I just wanted it done. I didn't want to have to look at them too intensely for too long. I actually started and finished this one on the same day. Oh, needs a good eye on this one. I present Harvest Mice. I guess they're kind of cute. But yeah, boy, was I glad to get that done. So we've only got 3 left now. So it's looking great. So after I did those, I thought, well, I mean, now I'm doing my rodents. Let's just get the next page of the Pilgrim done and dusted. Or not the next page, sorry, just the rat. Just wanted to get him done. So I did. And I'm hoping that's it for rodents, whether they're stitched or live, for the foreseeable future. So it's on 30, oh, I've said it before, I think it's 35 count cream linen. Creaky chair. Silks for You PR 069, I think. There's the rat. Kind of strange looking. That's my progress on Pilgrim so far. So that's all my stitching since last time, and I've got a tiny bit of haul. Oh. Itchy, Flosstube itchy face. I've just received Silks for You's, the monthly club that I'm in that I can never remember the name of. They've had major problems sourcing their silk, so I think they're all out. So this might be the last we get for a while. So sorry to hear about that. But these are the 4 colours we got this month. Nice and bright. I must have rushed through everything. It's only 25 minutes. The last piece of haul I got was the rest of my birthday present. I got this in the mail, the pattern for Mermaid's Folly by Courtney Collection. I got it from Journey of a Stitcher on Etsy. Thank you, Nicole. Yeah, exciting. I mentioned last time I think it was last time, I'm going to stitch it on 40 count Murky by Picture This Plus, and I was looking for a floss to stitch with. I've thought long and hard, and I went through silks and I went through all the DMC and just anything, kind of overthought it really, and I've actually just decided to go with good old 3371, the dark brown. And for some reason, I don't really know why, I actually had enough skeins of it in my stash. I had 10 or 11 skeins or something. I'm only using one strand of floss over 2 strands of the fabric, so I think that'll be enough. And I'm not really calling it a start, but I have actually started it. Purely just to see what the coverage looked like, and I think it'll be fine. I think it'll look good. I just thought, so I'd already done some test stitches. Let me see if I can find them on this behemoth piece of fabric. Yeah, like I'd done some test stitches just to see. That's the 3371. That was one of the dark greens, and on another piece I'd tried silk in different colours, but then I thought, why don't I just put a couple in. I was going to try and count out to the corner, because I think I've got a bit of spare, like depth wise. Width wise it was perfect, depth wise I think I'll have spare, so I was going to start not in the middle, so I could use the leftover for something else, but then it was just too hard to count. So I've literally put a few stitches in the middle, and I just randomly, I just thought to myself, right, let's find the middle of the pattern and just stitch. So you can just see in the middle, but I will show you up close. Funnily enough, of all the parts on the whole pattern, I have started stitching her boob. Just complete coincidence. Random. Anyway, I've even got the thread still sticking out. So I've just put the first few stitches in. So coverage is going to be great. So there's like side of her breast. I think it's going to look fantastic. I don't normally start in the middle, so I think what I'll do is probably, I can't remember which breast I'm starting with. Which one's the middle one? Anyway, I'll probably come up and then go across to the left and then start coming across properly. But I mean, who knows when that's all going to happen. But it's kind of a semi-start. I'm not really calling it a start. Don't really know why. Does it really matter? I think that's all of my stitching stuff. I've got a little setup here. I brought some friends home from work. So my may as well just show you. This is my peperomia. It's looking very sad. It used to be magnificent, and I brought it home at Christmas and Jemima ate it. So I'm nursing it back to health. It's got some little, you know, new leaves there. I don't know how we'll go, but I'm gonna try. I'm really not a green thumb. So I'm going to have to keep this room closed when I'm not in here because she cannot be trusted. And then my birthday's in February. Last year, my birthday, my dad bought me some African violets, and for some reason they stayed at my parents' house for a whole year and they never flowered. It was just leaves. I took them into work recently and we have flowers. Ooh, pretty flowers. They're actually darker than what they're showing up. It's like a dark purpley maroony colour. They're so pretty. It was weird because at their house the leaves were all dark green and no flowers. I took them to work and they got more light. The leaves have gone strange, but there's so many flowers coming through. So my mission is to try and keep them alive and, you know, safe from the cat. I think that's it. Hope you're all doing okay. I probably don't have time to do too much editing, adding in pictures and stuff, but I hope that you've enjoyed this. Thank you for coming along. If it's your first time, I hope you've enjoyed it. And if you've come back again, thank you so much. Great to have you back again. I think I'll plan again to do another one in 3 weeks. When will that take us to? 1, 2. Yeah, 3 weeks. That'll actually be Easter. Wow, it's come around quickly. So until we meet again, take care and keep on stitching. See you guys.